All right, West Coast Swing dancers, here are 5 drills that you can practice in about 30 seconds alone without a partner. My name is Brian B. at West Coast Swing Online. We're going to work from the ground up. The first thing I want to talk about is your posture. I want to talk about posture and then give you your drill for posture. So things I like to think about. I want to have my weight on the balls of my feet. I want to have my hips stacked over my feet, specifically the balls of my feet. I want my rib cage weight to live over my hips, over the balls of my feet, and I want my head to stay on top of that. So you can look at yourself sideways in the mirror. Common mistake I see, especially for leaders, is to kick this head forward, which puts your hips out underneath you behind. So I want you to not do that. If you have to, you can bend your knees, and I can still have good posture even if I'm dancing down on my knees, because my hips are over the balls of my feet, are over my ribs, and my head sits on top of that. This is going to segue into section 2. We talk about turns. Here's the drill. Stack all of your weight up on the ball of your foot so you have balance on the ball of your foot. Right between your big toe and the next toe, keep your weight centered there and feel like a string is pulling you up by the top of your head. Here's your drill. Rock forward on that foot and balance, number 1. And just see if you can hold your weight on the ball of your foot. And you'll feel your foot move a little bit. You're going to create some stabilizing muscles that will help keep your balance. Same thing on the other foot, because you have to be balanced on both feet. Just rock, and try not to do this where you're not really balanced, but hold your weight over the ball of the foot. Even peel that heel up off the ground and see if you can hold your weight. See, I touched the ground just a little bit. But that will develop your stabilizing balance. Number 2 part of this drill is going to segue into the second section where we talk about spins. I want to get over that point, and right before my left foot hits the floor, I want to pivot a quarter turn and hold my balance. Rock back, pivot a quarter turn, and hold your balance. Try it with the left foot. Rock forward, find that balance point. Rock forward and use the little bit of that toe to push yourself into a quarter turn. See if you can hold your balance. If you can do that all the way around the room, back to the camera, you have good balance. Number 2 is how do we segue this into spins? This is super applicable for followers. I'll do it off my left foot. So we're going to rotate to that balance point. Now we're going to practice rotating a half a turn just to get that foot to break free. A half a turn is the next progression. Now from here, we're going to get into what we call chaîné turns. I won't go super deep, but I'm going to get to that balance point, and right when I release that foot, I'm going to close my feet with my posture. My weight's on my right foot, and I step out. The question I always get is, when do I change weight? And I don't have a great answer, so I'm going to stomp this foot to the floor, and you can decide where that weight changes. And the goal on both sides is to rotate, change weight, and step back out so you're in the same position. You want to enter and leave your turns, especially for followers, in the same position. I get here, I close my feet, and I step out. I'm in the same position when I come out of the turn as when I enter the turn. This is going to segue into being able to do multiple turns easily. We'll go both ways. So you can practice that all by yourself in 30 seconds. We took like a minute and a half to do it. Hey, sorry to interrupt your video, but since you're a West Coast Swing fan, you might want to know what Derby City Swing is. It's our West Coast Swing event in Louisville, Kentucky in January. I won't take up any more of your time. Click the link below or in the corner and learn about the coolest West Coast Swing event for social dancers in our hometown, Derby City Swing. Number 3 is going to be what I call rolling count and rolling through the feet. They're 2 separate things. What is rolling count? Rolling count basically says that my foot is going to come underneath me on the and, it's going to get in front of me on the so I can take a step. And 1 and 2. So the feet are always in motion. If I'm going backwards, and so I can step on the 1 and 2. So your checkpoint is on the and, the foot comes underneath. On the it's continuing out in front of you so you can take weight. But this is going to segue into something that's super practical you can practice. It's called rolling through the feet. Rolling count is my leg getting ready to absorb my weight, whether I'm going back or forward. But rolling through the feet is what I do when I get there. If I use my rolling count, I get my foot ready and I just clunk everything there. Even though my foot's going, I'm not going to be very smooth. My styling is not going to look very good. So I want to roll through my feet. Let's talk going forward. Going forward, if I get my foot in front of me, you get 2 choices. I can either step on the ball of the foot and roll through. I think Megan dances this way. I can also, and this is what I teach most of my students, is when I'm going forward, the natural way to roll through is heel to toe. So I brush this foot, and I roll heel to toe, heel to toe. If I go the other way, I roll this foot through, and I roll heel to toe, so my body can move smoothly. When I go backwards, it's the same thing. I get my foot ready. It's toe to heel this time. It's toe to heel. I get my foot ready, and I roll through toe to heel. A good checkpoint when you're moving backwards, if I stood forwards and put my toe behind me, that's the largest step that I can make forward and commit all my weight to it, right? Anything further than that, I can't get my weight to it. So by pointing your toe, you go, okay, that's the furthest I can go forward. Here's a neat trick that no one told me until I was pretty deep into my dance career. When I go backwards, right, this is the length of my forward step. When I go backwards, you can see that I can't get my posture lined up over this foot. So any back step is smaller than a forward step. So when you practice this rolling through the feet backwards, I'm going to get my foot ready right about the point that your knees are flush with each other. That's going to be the length of your back step. You'll be able to roll through your feet. Trace this foot through when the knees get about next to each other. And that doesn't mean you're going to dance like a Frankenstein and be very literal about this, but that just gives you a checkpoint. If I do this 2 steps, I'm just moving, and I don't stop, but when I feel that position, that's when I can take my weight. So you want to practice rolling through the feet forwards and rolling through the feet backwards. But we have triple steps to contend with, and I made up my own drill to improve your triple steps. This will work for right side passes for followers, right side passes for leaders, tons of styling footwork. Here's the drill. We'll start on the right foot. You're going to do both feet, so this is unisex, works for leaders and followers. I'm going to walk, walk, and triple step. If I did that again, rock back, but walk, walk, triple step. If I do it with the other foot, walk, walk, triple step. Let's do it 2 more times. Walk, walk, triple. 1 more time. Walk, walk, and triple step. Here's what I want you to focus on. We'll improve right side passes for leaders, followers, whips, all sorts of footwork. When I rock back, we already know I can work through rolling through my feet. That's number 1. But that doesn't solve the triple step problem. On the triple step, I'm going to place this foot, just the ball of the foot. I'm going to spin this heel around as far as it will go so I can step back. If I did that again from my walk, 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 triple step. If I do it the other way, walk, walk, triple step. If I do it the other way, so which way can you see me? This way. Walk, walk, place, rotate, step, walk, walk, place, rotate, step. Leaders, if I'm leading a right side pass or a whip, this is the footwork I'm going to do. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I anchor 5. Do it again. 1, 2. There's your drill and an anchor step. Followers, if I did a right side pass, same exact drill, same exact footwork. Followers, right side pass. Walk, walk. There's your drill. Triple. Do it again. Walk, walk. There's your drill. Triple. Do it again. So that will work for styling. It'll make your basics better. Super cool. Number 5, my students hate this, but it is the number 1 thing I've found to help people improve their West Coast swing when they're by themselves. There's 3 core patterns of West Coast. What are they? A push, a pass, and a whip. So I'm going to do leaders first. Leaders, put on a song and just dance a push, sugar push. Then dance a right side pass. Then dance a whip. Walk, walk, triple step, walk, walk. Push, pass, and whip. So I'm just going to keep doing a push, pass, and whip to music, and then I can start to practice all of my footwork if I want to practice my footwork. Maybe you learn some variation of your whip that you want to practice. Followers, same thing, especially for you followers. Styling and all these things that you practice, you want to be able to do them in a push, pass, and whip. So I'm dancing a push and a pass, practicing rolling through the feet, rolling through the anchor, and a whip. 2, there's that rotation. Bing, bing. Ooh, followers, check this out. Your rotation drill that we talked about earlier will help your whip. So there's that half rotation we talked about. It's also a great place, followers, to practice any styling, maybe even anchor styling, right side pass. Maybe you want to style in front. Whip's a little harder, but maybe at the end of the whip, you want to add some styling. Now, if you want the harder version of how to practice all of your basics, leaders and followers footwork, we came up with a West Coast swing line dance with the powerful Mario Rabau. It's called the Robakowskis. Rabau Barakowskis, my last name, the Robakowskis. We did a whole video on it right here. You can watch Megan and I dance it. We do it to music. It's super cool. And if you can complete that video, that's pretty impressive because it's all of the basic patterns for leaders and followers, and you have to toggle back and forth. It works in a line dance format where it has a repeatable basic. If you're still geeking out about West Coast Swing and you don't yet have our ebook, you'll want to download that over here. It's a West Coast Swing ebook, 200 tips and tricks. It's like a choose your own adventure guide. If you click styling, you can find all of our best styling tips, musicality, spins and turns. Everything's organized, that ebook. Go grab it there. See you guys on the dance floor soon.